Hi, everybody. It's Kat. Thankfully, never is. Yeah. Well, isn't it funny how YouTube will just put something on there? We don't even know that it's going to happen or anything. It's just that it shows up. I guess they hand out tools a little bit. I don't know. Oh, no. I hear. Oh, my goodness. That sounded all crazy, right? Sounded like I was talking to myself, I'm sure.
Hold on a second, folks. Hang on. Okay. There we go. I figured it out with nobody telling me, by the way. Nobody.
Really?
Yeah, I figured I just thought there was something in my soul that said, you know what? I can't hear. They can't hear. They can't hear. Hey everybody, welcome back to the 10th floor. It's me, Matt.
Hi, everybody. It's Kat.
Get on out of that waiting room, folks. Climb on into the elevator. It's time to go all the way up to the 10th floor.
Somebody press 10, please.
Somebody press 10 as we are talking about, I was mentioning that YouTube added this new, top fan feature into the chat. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
Participate in the chat and you'll raise in the rankings and battle it out amongst yourselves as to who's going to be number one by the end of the podcast. You hear Marty Gray's not here, Michelle, but he can be if you want him to be. I'll just walk right on in and start lawyerizing.
Oh, wouldn't that be grand?
I know, there was no Marty this week. There should have been.
There
Should have been. Well, you know what, Mom? It's not just us. Packing on into this elevator, it's Chandra, Rochelle, Billy, Keita, Lola's mom, Udak, hello. And Michelle. Hi. Maddie, I know you meant me, Michelle. I know. Just any excuse at all to pull out the foghorn leghorn.
I missed that part of Martin.
Really, Lois brought it back already. Lois is like, I'm just gonna be from Bensonhurst forever.
Yep.
I don't know. Whose idea was it? Was it the producers? It's like, you know what, Rena, we're going to try to go for a little more serious take on how you sound. So we're going to give this a go. And then after a couple of days, she's like, you know what? I don't want to do that. I don't feel like Lois.
I think the whole reason why they ever did that change of her speech is for her to do the home and heart stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was the purpose of the whole thing.
Well, then they dropped that part. Nobody's the face of deception anymore. No. Not actively in the stories, at least.
No.
The first face of deception is now off in Paris living with her dad.
Indeed. That was the last one they had, right?
And, of course, in, Holly Robert fashion, classic Holly and Robert fashion, they're not together. She's off doing something. He's over here doing that thing. That's just not in Port Charles anymore.
Exactly. And I don't know, how about you guys in the chat? I did not think of Robert as her destination. And I didn't hear rumblings of it, not really. No, however, I'm not really deep diving either.
I didn't hear rumblings of it either. I saw something that our good friend Angela posted on Twitter, so I wound up having to quiet down those tweets because they're just so spoiler filled. So I saw that there was a possibility that he was going to be coming in for the end of Sasha's run. And so when he finally showed up, it wasn't a shock to me because I had seen it ahead of time. But for the rest of the audience, no. Given the reaction that we got from the fan base on social media, it wasn't expected. People were really happy to see him. And my goodness, Autumn, thank you so much for your large contribution. Just people just giving it out, like they're playing the slots, honestly, here on the 10th floor. Just hoping for the best, trying to get that jackpot. And hopefully we're going to give it to you.
Try to give you some return on your money, okay?
There is a message from Autumn, along with the contribution to the super chat function. Hey guys, I was kind of pissed that Curtis was trying to talk Portia out of doing the right thing. Because if Portia does what Drew wants, he's going to have more honor. Honestly, I would tell the medical board and roll the dice.
I think it's time for Portia to tell on herself too.
I wasn't digging I'm under the thumb of Drew Portia. I was really not digging it. Like, I had commented before, I'm not liking her. You know, I was saying, I don't know why Isaiah would want to touch her with a 10-foot pole. You know, all sorts of different things. But then some things started to happen. Number one, she pulled that thing on Jordan, which was totally deserved. And I'm really happy that later on Jordan was like, yeah. I earned that. I earned it. Yeah. I'm happy Jordan recognized that. Yeah. And then on top of that, she turns around and she's like, I'm done with this whole Drew thing. I've seen the light. I can't do it any longer. I need to go and tell the truth and confess to my other thing so Drew can leave the family.
I thought her singular scene where she breaks down mad and scared and
smashes
just
her
has
degree.
a tantrum.
Smashes her California degree, her UC degree.
I liked it.
It was good. So this week, I would say since she tried to pull the thing on Jordan, it's been turning around for Portia for me because she's just not so, I don't know. There was just, I didn't find much sympathy for her when she was being controlled by Drew. And so now that she's trying to get out of it, I'm a little bit more on board.
I was a little more on the fence than you, I guess. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's now, I thought that this would be it for Portia, and I would be surprised if she doesn't. I'll be surprised if she does do anything that Drew says going forward.
So for the people who are listening right now on the audio in your car or live right here on YouTube and you're screaming at the radio, what? What are they talking about? What? Well, you should watch the show so you know what we're talking about without us having to explain it, but I'm going to explain it anyway.
Okay.
Drew asked Portia to make it so it looks like Michael has a dependency on painkillers.
Absolutely.
And she's like, all right. For one hand, trying to keep Heather in jail, that's one thing. Especially since she was threatening my daughter and she deserves to be there. It's something completely else to totally lie about somebody that I actually have some respect for in order to steal his kids away. I'm not going to do that.
Neither time is the right, neither decision would be right. But the first time around, the reason was a lot more of a reason and less of an excuse.
Yes. Yeah. It wasn't an excuse to do the bad thing. It was a reason to do the bad thing. Yes, yeah. So I'm happy that she found the line, and I'm happy that she marched right up to Curtis and told him all about it and did it. Because I don't know what the future is for Curtis and Portia. At first, I thought this might be it. But then again, now it kind of looks like they might be able to find some light at the end of the tunnel. I don't know.
Well, they might be joining forces.
Right, now that...
They might really join forces and start being totally honest with one another.
Honest. Look at how we say it. Like weird people. But back to Autumn's point, with her massive donation to the super chat function, which you can do too if you want to be showered with love. I would tell the medical board and roll the dice. I'm with that. I do think that Curtis I recognize why... All right, they're trying to set Curtis up for a bit of a turn. And that's going to be betraying Nina when it comes to this Drew secret. Mm-hmm. Okay? So
that's got to blow up soon.
It's going to, and I think that this week really laid down the groundwork for it. Especially with the interaction between Curtis and Nina, where she's like, "Oh, I got to do this thing, and I don't want to." And he's like, "Sometimes you got to betray a friend," and then he takes a shot, slams it down, throws the highball glass against the wall, and then marches off to go tell somebody about the fact that Nina and Drew had been sleeping together. So I mean,
cool that happened next week, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, so this week they laid the groundwork for it because Nina came into the office and she explained, that Tracy was blackmailing her into talking some crap about Sonny. And Drew was like, well, no, but I've been inspired by the fact that I remember you telling me about the whole Drew thing, and this is a piece of information that I could use in the media in order to make him look like crap. So, unfortunately, sometimes you must betray the confidence of a friend, Nina. And so I can understand why he wants Portia, on one hand, I can understand why he wants Portia to cool her jets a little bit and, maybe stretch it out a couple of days before telling Drew to go kick rocks.
I was surprised when Nina saw Sonny of how I thought he was going to be more angry than he turned out being at Nina. He was pretty forgiving, actually.
Sonny, it's so weird because
it's kind of I was
and
surprised.
It's not the first time that Nina has received this treatment from a character as well. Because not only did Sasha immediately forgive her, but then she explained why she immediately forgave her this week in Sasha's goodbye tour.
Yep. Yeah.
Autumn with another generous donation to the program, Mother.
Oh, thank you, guys. I really appreciate y'all so much.
Do you remember what you were about to say before I rudely interrupted you?
No, not really.
Okay, good. All right, Autumn says, I love that Liesl back. And telling Willow and Nina like it is. I love that Liesl pulls no punches because Liesl was right when she said something was wrong with Willow and Nina was in complete denial.
Yeah.
We'll hop on that when we're done talking about Drew and Curtis and all them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Kaiwan, I did get your message. Sometimes it's hard for me to respond. I chuckle. I'll send a little laughter emoji to you next time. Let's see here. I think that they're kind of positioning Curtis for a bit of a flip, a bit of a turn, a bit of a villainous action. And I guess it depends on whether or not you see it as villainy as whether or not you support Nina. If you're a Nina fan or not. Because he's going to betray that trust.
I don't would hold against anybody if they told on Nina at this point.
She has been holding on to it for so long.
If it means it ultimately it would help get rid of Drew, because that's what the end game is.
That's the end game for everybody.
Nina, that you have to get hurt now, and now your relationship with your daughter is going to be compromised. But you know what? That's what happens.
That's what happens.
In the Crimson office sometimes.
Sometimes we've seen it. We've seen murder. We've seen love. We've seen arguments. We've seen babies. We've seen Nell. All sorts of stuff have happened on the crimson carpet.
It's crazy. She was laying down with Drew in the same spot that her brother passed away on.
That's true. Nathan got shot in the crimson office.
Yes,
that's
right.
Little Jay. Oh, Jay. Oh, my goodness gracious. Just down on the ground, bleeding out.
Yeah.
And that's not what she's thinking of. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Anyway.
Oh, my God.
Of course, we cheer for Nina to a certain degree.
Yes.
Because she does everything wrong for some convoluted right reason. She's too much in every corner of her life.
Since they changed the actress, right? Yeah, so messy. Since Cynthia Watros took over, she's just been a person just riddled with poor judgment, not necessarily somebody that's filled with criminal intent. Michelle Stafford, she'll induce labor. Cynthia Watros, she just can't make a good choice to spare her own life.
No. My God.
But yeah, I mean, back to the whole like Sonny thing and Sasha thing and Nina and all of them. They're very forgiving for her toward Nina, and I think it's because they get her. I think it's because they understand. She's always trying her best. She always has she doesn't have selfish intent. Not supremely selfish.
No, not usually. Not usually.
I mean, when she was fighting so hard for Sonny, it's because Sonny had chosen her.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I think that's what kind of why Sonny wasn't so mad at her after all.
Mm-hmm.
Is being weather wasn't the worst part of his life, that's for sure.
Right. And he gets it. He gets that his friends are under pressure.
Yeah.
I think that he understands that too, because yeah, she went to the press and talked a bunch of crap about him, but it's not like she chose to, and he knows that.
Yeah, and she was honest with him from the get-go. As soon as this went down, she went and told him.
Yeah, she's like, hey, I was kind of forced in the corner to do this, and be prepared. There's part 2 where I get to talk about your crazy ass in Nixon Falls.
Exactly. And you're bipolar and all that.
Right. The fact that somebody had messed with your medication and you lost all your friends.
Ooh, but Tracy's full tilt right now, isn't she?
She is ready to take this man down, out, and be gone, finally, out of Port Charles. The years of waiting to get revenge on this man for the murder of AJ.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
they keep on talking about Monica because she's the most recent character that we're going to have to say goodbye to. But all of this really does stem from the fact that Sonny took AJ out. That's the core.
It is.
Even that brief romance with Emily that he had wasn't anything compared to taking AJ out.
Oh yeah. Taking AJ out. And even not that he was a great guy, but he took AJ out when AJ wasn't really a villain.
No.
Not really.
He was trying to fix himself. Hey, DJ, Billy,
Billy.
Carolyn, Kaiwan, Daisy. Hello, everybody that's joined in the meantime.
Hey guys.
Hey, y'all.
So I read that, I don't know the date, but I read that Erica Slezak's appearance will be soon.
Well, yeah. I hope so. I find that General Hospital news is pretty close to the air dates.
Mm-hmm.
Like we just within the last couple of months found out that Britt was coming back, so that must have been like, or at least Kelly Tebow, whoever she's playing. We knew for a couple of months that she was coming back, and that must have been like when she had joined walked on set.
Right.
That's when the makeup artist went to their great aunt and was like, guess who I just did makeup on?
Yeah.
And then their great aunt tells their hairdresser, and their hairdresser tells their bridge club member. And then before you know it's on Twitter. Oh gosh. It's sort of the reason why Alan died. It's sort of the reason why Alan Quartermain died as well. Oh, I don't know. I thought he died of heart conditions.
He died at the Metro Court bombing.
Yeah. When Mr. Craig took over the Metro Court and blew it up at the end of the week.
Yes, and he was having all this heart pain and stuff, and he wound up dying before he got treated.
Right.
Because of the hotel thing.
Yes, he had a heart attack early on, and they convinced Mr. Craig to let him go, and as he was walking out to go to the emergency services, he had yet another heart attack.
Yep.
Passed away right there in front of the Metro Court. I remember it well, and I was not watching regularly. That's the power of the Metro Court story, folks.
And you were so young, Matt.
I guess. I was probably 10. Maybe 12 at the most.
Yeah. That was happened a long time ago.
Yeah, that might have been one of the earliest things that Laura Wright did while she was playing Carly. It could have been her anchoring thing for all I know.
It was a great story. I love it.
Billy says that Kelly T should not be back. She has to leave and have her character die. Well, you know what, Billy? I'm glad you're not the executive producer of General Hospital. Because you would have said no. You'd have said, no, you asked to leave. We killed your character off so you can't come back. We don't want your talents on this show anymore. I agree with Frank Valentini. I'm happy to see Kelly Tebow back. And I want her to not be Britt and then become Britt, because why not? Why not?
Well, I like Kelly. And I hope she actually does come back as Britt. I hope that's the case. I want her
that it's the really real Britt, and she's just been, brought back from the brink.
Is it far-fetched? Of course, but it's
Hi, Vita.
but within the realm of General Hospital for Dr. O to have been saved her in some way, because she's a mad scientist doctor.
She is. And all of this talk about, I haven't been in Port Charles. You liar. You liar. I think you've been in Port Charles. I think you've been under Port Charles. All right,
I'm all for Dalton's lab be full of a bunch of other doggone people.
You know that big hole under Charlie Street that James Harvey created when he was fracking and started the big earthquake?
Oh yeah, so that's been exposed now, right?
So they took that big hole You know, where Franco had basically dropped a large filing cabinet on the man before Drew came in and just executed him. It's crazy. And it was Billy Miller Drew, by the way.
I do remember. I remember the big filing cabinet bookcase heavy thing.
Landed on him, and then you know, like, and then I think it might have landed on Franco, honestly. But then Drew came in and shot the guy because he had diddled him when they were kids, and it was awful.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Yeah.
But there's a hole under Charlie Street is the whole point. After all of that they built the secret lab in.
No, we have to remember Monica's got a special little hospital under the hospital.
That's what Chandra mentions.
AJ, because AJ was once time dead. Sure enough, he came back, and his mom, Monica, had him down there in the basement for a long time. So.
Yeah, Chandra mentions that too. Monica kept AJ alive too. Anything can happen on General Hospital. I'm with it. So for me, I don't necessarily like. I get if they were to say, oh, well, you know, she was poisoned and Obrecht was so hurt, she whisked her away and kept her alive and figured it out, and then kept her hidden because she didn't want Britt to find danger again. But I'm also with, you know, we found somebody and changed her face. I would even be with we regrew her and digitally downloaded her memories back into a new body because I've watched enough Star Trek for that to be okay with me.
Well, more of a soap opera speed would be.
Yeah.
It's Britt. Britt had a twin, an identical twin.
Okay. And then nobody knows.
That could very easily be the case.
And then Jason finally spotted her boarding a plane in Paris. And then when we actually do get to talk to Kelly Thibault, maybe next week, she'll be like, "Oh, what do you mean? I am France. I am from Paris. I am not this Brita that you are talking about. I do not know what that means. I can't do a feminine French. I would have to talk like this, and that's not what she would. It's not what she would do because she's a lady."
So Jason was like, "What?"
Yes, and I think somebody pulled a scene from like the 90s or something where the same thing happened on General Hospital because, listen, the show's been on for 60 years. You're gonna get repeated moments. You're gonna. And when it comes to I recognize somebody at the airport and I'm shocked as they board an airplane, that's an easy one to repeat. I don't know who did it, though, prior. I don't remember who was in the scene. But it was in the 90s, and it might have been Laura or something. I don't know. But yeah, so Jason spots Britt, or somebody at least that resembles her. So we're on. We're here. It's happening. It's landed.
And they didn't give us like a big old view of her as an audience either.
No,
they
she just kind of turned. Just whoop.
Yeah.
As if we were supposed to be in Jason's shoes where we go, wait a minute, who was that? That looked just like, but it couldn't have been. Jason was shooketh, says Chandra. Hi, Shauna. Hello, Shauna. Shauna's with us.
Hi, Shauna.
Hi, Shauna. Hey, Shauna, did you know? Wait.
They're going to get on the same flight, right?
Possibly. I mean, if that's the case, then it's going to be very easy for Jason to figure out what's up.
Since he's going to fly commercial on the way home.
She was just walking in. See, now he's going to be like on the airplane. And folks, I got to give General Hospital credit here because they went to no expense when it comes to the airport and we came to the airplane. Those backgrounds were stunning. The clouds moved, Mother. Did you see that the clouds moved?
I thought it looked quite good too.
And I'm like, is this just a really good like HD screen behind them? Is this green screen effect? Is this a matte painting that they're just kind of moving across the windows? I couldn't figure it out.
I thought the airplane scenes between he and Sasha were quite good. You know, and pretty much she giving him a pep talk to get out there.
Just get out there. Well, I mean, they're laying the groundwork for him and Kelly Thibault to start kissing each other. Yeah. Because, I mean, I had forgotten, like, because, I don't know, I'm just watching the show and I'm not super invested, I guess. But I really had forgotten how deeply they had really thrown Jason and Britta together. They had been on the run and they fell in love and I guess there's just something, well, she's not Sam or Carly about it that's like, meh.
I don't see the point of Britt being discussed so much in storyline between Lulu and Rocco, and Lulu and Dante and Rocco, and Dr. O and Rocco. All this conversation of Britt and having Kelly come back. It makes zero sense for it not to be Britt.
I know. There's so much Britta talk. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. And it all starts with Rocco. So he sends the email on Friday. And then this woman's visiting him by like Tuesday. So they did no waiting at all.
Right. Like she explained that by saying, if you ever reached out to me, I was going to be here.
And she was. Yeah. Instantaneously, as if she's been in town the whole time.
And she did a tour of chewing ass on everybody.
Jason and Britt was only a fling, says Billy. And I got distracted from my original point on that. Because I'd forgotten how much they had thrown themselves together. And there's this element of, well, she's not Carly or Sam, so why are we bothering? I think that there's a layer of that. Mm-hmm. Why should I totally be invested in this romance that's clearly not Sam or Carly? It's gonna blow up at some point, so he could be with Sam or Carly, right?
Yeah, and of course, for me as a fan, I want Endgame to be Carly and Jason.
But but you, much like Angela, are happy to go on the ride along the way until that happens.
But I've always thought, and now Steve's been back on the show for some time. But I've always thought there was going to be a love story between my hope.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's going to be something else in between.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, Carly's busy with Jack, and that thing's about to get real deep.
I don't want Carly and Jason to get together and break up and get together and break up and get together and break up. I'd rather see them like as older characters, and that being Endgame, they stay together. Now they're Joe and Ruth. Boom.
They're like, everybody else died around us. It's just us left.
Well, now,
nobody survived the Sidwell Woo Corinthos War.
I'd rather see that. So in between, I'll see Burton loving on somebody else.
Why not?
All for it.
Why not? Yeah, I'm with it too. But yeah, I mean, they threw themselves. The whole point is they threw it deeply in there, and I totally forgot that Britta watched the rocks fall on top of Jason and Crete. And they had been like making out 2 seconds beforehand because Jason and Carly had split up, like they were getting back together, and then Jason was taken out because he wouldn't get the jab.
They were hot for each other and yes, she was witness of the rocks falling.
Yes. Jason. Goodness. So
we'll find out. Yeah. We'll find out. Wouldn't it be interesting too in plot and storyline if she knew before he returned home that he was actually alive?
Ooh, I don't know. We're gonna have to figure it out. How much does she know? Because everybody continues to ask that question. Is she Britt? I don't think we saw the morgue. I don't think we saw Britt in the morgue.
No, but I tell you, Obrecht laid there holding on to her forever.
She did, right there on the docks, just expressing her undying love for her daughter.
It was beautiful scenes, though. I remember those scenes were so good.
They really were. They really, really were. And I'm really happy to see Kathleen Gaddy back.
Me too.
She's necessary to the landscape of General Hospital, especially since she can walk into a room and be like, all right, Nina, I haven't heard from you in a long time. That means you've made a real mess of things. What is it that guy? What do I got to clean up, huh? What I got to clean? Oh, it's your daughter. Oh, it's your daughter. Okay. All right. I need you to know that your daughter is nuts, and I recognize nuts. Okay?
Yeah. And then, and then Willow overhears her, walks in, mocking her kind of, what she just said. But I'm sorry.
Willow versus Dr. O.
Obrecht is not wrong.
No. There's something severely wrong with your daughter, Nina.
The police soul sometimes is full of wisdom, isn't she?
Oh yeah. I mean, she recognized that twisted smile. She knew what that meant. She knew immediately that meant that Willow did it. Mm-hmm. She's not ready to explain that to Nina yet. Mm-hmm. But Dr. O knows. Dr. O always knows.
If two bombs go off for Willow, she will have no choice but to see the light. And that's if when she finds out that Drew didn't allow her to see Michael, intervene, and,
Yes.
fought off that nurse, and the fact that her mom and Drew were laying down on that carpet like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both of those at the same time.
If those things happen,
Yeah.
she has to wake up.
She'll be like, maybe Drew isn't all that. I used to think this man was all that in a bag of chips, but he doesn't have a chip. He doesn't have a single bag of chips. That doesn't make him all that.
Man, he's willing to do Drew's willing to do anything now, even
yes.
annihilate Michael.
Leaning so hard into it. It's because he lost. If he didn't lose at the court, then I don't think he would have gotten this deep. I think he'd have been like, I win, yes.
Sometimes I wonder if this is not the prequel to Who Shot Drew.
See, I see that a lot too. I still don't see him having done anything that's getting shot worthy. I mean, getting. I think somebody in the chat, I think it might have been Chandra, who's like, maybe we're leading up to the who beat the tar out of Drew story. Like a Xander Phillip thing. Like this man is on the EKG, clinging to life because somebody beat the crap out of him so much.
I tell you what, I don't know if you guys are Days of Our Lives fan. I know some of you are, but man, Days of Our Lives did a pretty good job of that too. I mean, it really looked realistic.
Yeah.
Xander giving it to him.
Oh yeah. It was a very well done soap fight, or soap beatdown. But like with the angles and then this and this, and they probably used a stuntman for a kick or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think actors are just pretty seasoned and good at it.
I would love. Chandra says, I would love for Lisa to kidnap Drew, Peter, August style. Remember when she had Peter tied to the bed?
Yes, I do. Yeah. Lisa. Oh my gosh. There is they come up a long line of out of control at times, extremely smart, out of their minds women.
Yes. 100%. Totally 1,000% on your side with that.
Yeah. So there you go. There's Lisa and then Madeline.
Yeah. You have to be a genius to be that twisted.
Yes.
And that's Nina's failing. She's not the genius. That's why she continues to make poor choices.
And
I'm
then
not saying she's dumb, folks. Don't misinterpret that.
Then you got Nina after that.
She just has the instability.
All kinds of things. And then under that, you got Willow and Nell.
Just a family of nut jobs.
Got a chance.
A family of nut jobs, y'all. Ugh. Shauna says that Willow is so crazy. How crazy is she? Willow is so crazy that if she snaps on Drew, she would shoot him. And you know what, Shauna? Of everybody on General Hospital, that is the only character I would take that would pull the trigger on the guy. Because of how nuts she is and how under the thumb she is, and then that break, that realization, is enough for somebody to want to grab a little pistol.
I think so.
A little Derringer, a little one-shooter.
I don't think Dr. O would actually shoot him.
Not Dr. O, no. Willow, though.
I don't think she would. Would she torture him? Absolutely.
Time to bed and keep the bedpan just out of reach.
Yeah.
I wonder if Dr. O kidnapped Scotty. Maybe she did. Recently, I think we talked about this on the podcast, maybe last week, 2 weeks ago. Recently, we found out that Ken Schreiner has been recovering from a poor foot surgery. Somebody did a bad job on his foot and had to get it fixed. And that's likely contributing to the lengthy absence.
Yeah.
I also heard that General Hospital has offered a little bit, a little this, a little that to Ken Schreiner, and he's been like, not yet, not that, no, I'm not interested. So there might be a little bit of a desire to come back and more than just a little bit part and something with a little more substance. So between healing up and finding the right story, it seems as though that could be probably the reason why Scotty's not on. And also he wasn't written off. He was just not in town. We lost track of Scotty, which means any number of anything could be happening with the character, which like I've been talking about the last couple of weeks on the podcast, lots of open doors.
Yeah.
They wanted to figure out how to include Scotty again in the future.
Yeah. Having since they didn't really explain where he went, other than he kind of just went, they can have him come back and be anywhere.
Yeah, he could have been starting a law practice in Cincinnati. He could have been kidnapped. He could have been this, that, and the other. Any number of things to launch new drama.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm with it. Willow had the nerve, says Autumn. Willow had the nerve to ask Michael about when she's the reason Sasha and the baby had to leave. She gaslit Sasha into leaving with her and Michael's daughter. She has the nerve to talk about compromise. Okay, so when Willow was the one responsible for the departure of Sasha, she got the nerve to be like, well, you didn't compromise with me, Michael.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it turns out Willow knew exactly what she's doing. She's just lying. I don't know why I'm so tired. It's because I've been torturing a baby.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, the baby's fine. I've been torturing a baby's mama.
You know, she's a little Nellish a little bit sometimes. She's getting a little double-sided, which is okay. I like it. I enjoy thinking Willow's stupid right now because that's the way her character is.
It is a lot of fun to think she's dumb.
Right. And she's just, I think the biggest, is delusional. Sort of delusional. This was the biggest one where I was like, really, Willow? This simple little story, simple part, was when Drew let Wiley overhear him.
Mm-hmm. And never asked the kid.
And Willow would not even consider that he would do that.
Because he is just amazing and would never. I'm not going to besmirch the honor of this man by even asking if this is the truth. Yeah. Kaiwan says that Scotty and Boyle would be a lot of fun together. And he's right. Do you think Anna tells Jason or Carly about Joss, asks Billy. Not yet. I think Anna's going to want to get to the bottom of it first. I think there's going to be a conversation with Jack before there's a conversation with Carly.
Oh, I think so too. She's going to try to peel the onion is what Anna's going to try to do.
Yeah, she's going to go in all nonchalantly and be like, oh, I'm talking about this police thing, but really Josslyn Jack's name's going to come up. And she's going to try to dig down deep, and then she's going to eventually be like, all right, well, I need to figure out what's going on with this WSB, so I'm going to call Frisco. Frisco, what's going on? What do you mean Jack's in charge?
I love it when they write Anna smart.
Because she hasn't been written smart for a long time. She hasn't been written smart since she threw those papers in the fire.
Not really.
Remember when she threw Peter's papers in the fire?
I do.
You should throw them in the fire, Anna. Throw them in the fire. You are my mother, aren't you?
Oh my gosh.
I am your secret baby with Faison, aren't I? No, you're not. You're Alex's.
Mm-hmm.
That's my aunt, Anna. As it turns out, no, was Alex's. Yep. Explains everything.
Yep.
Michelle loves the rumor that Drew is Shiloh. It's fun to pretend about, but I don't think it would be fun in actuality. Like if we were to pull his face off and he's Kobe McLaughlin and we're like, what? Like I don't think that would be actual fun on the show, but it's a lot of fun to talk about though.
It is. I really don't want to be Shiloh. I did think that for a moment. I did. I don't think so much he's Shiloh. As Willow's going back to the Willow that could be controlled in that way.
Yeah.
That could be that overtaken. I see that part of Willow.
Yes. For him to physically be Shiloh, no.
Right.
Hello to Heaven.
Kind of weird control he has on Willow.
Yeah. I'm totally with it.
It's sad, actually, that she's going, even though we make fun of her, it's fun to make fun of her a little bit.
We're making it fun.
But yeah. So it's fun to like poke fun at her. It
Yeah, yeah,
is,
yeah.
but it's kind of sad at the
We've
same time.
had a lot of fun poking fun at Willow the
Absolutely.
entire time she's been on the show. We don't mean it when we call her Snow White. Oh, that's not her performance.
No,
That is not her performance at all.
no.
We just picking on her. Anyway, yeah, absolutely. Willow is the type to fall for not always Shiloh, but for a cult of personality. Is someone that she'll fall for.
I think the better way to describe her, other than being Snow White, is she gets very doe-eyed when
See,
it
and
comes
that's why
to romance. At the time, she gets so doe-eyed, she's like in headlights and just like whoa,
you know
and she'll believe anything.
she does kind of have like this weird savior complex too, because Chase, cop, ex of Nell, involved in that whole situation. I don't remember the details, but he could have been involved in recovering a baby. I don't remember, you know?
Later.
Or figuring it out, or being a support, or doing something cop-wise that helps connect the dots for. I don't recall 5, 6, 7 years ago what the story was with them.
No,
But she goes and then to Michael, who is the savior of Wiley. Now I get to have a connection and relationship with Wiley because of Willow fall for, or because of Michael fall for him. And now
right?
this week she re-explains why Drew's just the bee's knees.
Yeah, yeah,
Once again, the savior complex.
yes,
Anytime somebody saves Willow, she's destined to fall in love with him. Is
absolutely.
that would that happen with a lady?
And she doesn't know that she's no. I mean, is
Yeah,
it
she doesn't
blatant to
recognize it.
everybody? Is it blatant to everybody
Now
and
it is.
all the characters and us that she's being memorized by BS?
I mean, it's obvious to everybody because everybody's called her. Even Isaiah's been like, okay, like what? Like he even was like, wait, isn't you're gonna go see Drew? Didn't pictures just come out of him taking body shots off of a prostitute? Oh no! Oh that he told me he was drugged. Right. Like everybody, even Isaiah's been like, this is weird. So yeah, everybody recognizes that at least this relationship is not healthy. The people who are closest to Willow should recognize, and I think they have, and they've commented on it a little bit. Somebody even threw down the name Shiloh a few weeks ago on the show.
Yeah,
On the show,
I do remember that.
that she has a tendency to lean on a savior, a big personality, a very charming person, which all of these people have been. Chase, the least charming of all, and the first one she left way behind.
And Drew is just as charming as Shiloh. And I'm actually a little more charming than Shiloh. Shiloh at times can be very, very, very creepy. Drew's
I
less.
mean, he's less creepy. The creep factor on Drew has been fan attributed because everybody's of age to make their own choices.
Right.
Nobody's blood related. She came very late into Michael's life. So did he. Like, there's not. It's not Andre and Danny over on Beyond the Gates, is what I'm saying.
Right. Right. So of course, Drew's the hateful things that Drew is
The
doing
hateful
is
congressman.
not at the caliber of Shiloh at any degree. You know.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. No. But they were friends, and I remember you reminding us of that a while ago. They were in the army together and stole $1 million.
They did.
Terrible. Terrible. Terrible.
Back when they were.
To Hevlin, welcome back to the show. Happy you're
Hey,
here. It's been a little while since I've seen you in the chat. It's good to see you.
welcome back.
Yeah. Let me pick something that's really off what it is. It's hard to pick something that's really off what we've been talking about because General Hospital is really great at the web recently, where everything kind of touches upon the other thing.
Yeah, yeah, and they this week was packed full.
Packed full of stuff. I only have half a page of
But
notes too, even though it's packed full, because it was packed full of detail of these like 5 or 6 different stories that are playing out right now. whether it's
Right.
quiet or whether it's loud, whether or not we drop the name Geo or not. Like I think I was saying last week, or I thought planned to saying last week that anytime the dude on the other side of the door passes by the TV and I'm watching General Hospital, they're talking about Geo
Every time.
every time, and so it's very easy for him to follow along with the emotional beats of what's happening with the Geo plotline.
Yeah.
And on top of that, too, Geo's plot, and this is just an example of how great General Hospital is right now at the web, because the Geo plot involves Tracy, which is spread into Sonny. Like, Geo, being Sonny's grandson, is now reinforcing the fire that Tracy has to keep him
Yeah.
far away because of the things that happened with Christina and Michael recently. Like, it's getting too close.
Yeah.
Just an example of the web.
Yeah.
Geo
It's
also...
it's a good one. It's a good one.
Here's the thing, Geo, I'm sure it's only a matter of time before we see Rocco and Geo, after the doors have closed at the pool, they're cleaning up, taking towels off of the lounge chairs and all that, and Rocco goes, you know what I found out recently? Let's talk about this. Boom, now Geo's touching on the whole Britt thing, which obviously, folks, there's a 0% chance that Rocco is not going to be directly involved in somebody who shares Britt's space or Britt herself returning to Port Charles.
Absolutely.
He is the reason, basically, why Britta and Obrecht are back in town, is because he found out this information, or back in the show. It's because he found out this information.
Yes.
There's a 0% chance that Rocco is not going to take some sort of role in this going forward as well. Role that is, I don't know, but he's not going to just disappear.
No. What'd you guys think about his hair? I liked his hair a little straighter.
Oh, when he
When he had a scene
what
with
a
that.
detail! I don't know who came up with that. What a great detail! I don't know who came up with that. I don't know if it was costuming or script or whatever, but the idea that Rocco dressed up is funny to me.
I love the fact, he put himself together a little
It's
bit.
like I'm gonna put my and it's you know how Elizabeth is poor.
Yeah.
What they told me through Rocco's presentation is that the Falconeries are staunchly middle class, and Rocco himself doesn't do a whole lot of formal things, probably because Dante doesn't. And I could see this kid being like, all right, I made this event to go see Dr. Obrecht at the coffee shop, and I want to put the right face on because I'm nervous as hell about talking to my grandma. I don't really know how to classify who these people are to me. And I see him going through his closet and being like, I have 2 button-up shirts. Which one do I wear? The white one or the gray one? I'm going to go with the gray one because white is just too much. I'm not going to go play my flute. I'm going to go meet somebody. And then he stands there in front of the mirror and he's like, usually this flop is okay, but I think that maybe I'm going to go to church? And then he goes, and then he leaves and he goes to meet her at the coffee shop. It just, I saw that whole sequence of events in my head, just on how they styled the character, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Oh my gosh.
Director, Matt.
The guy who plays Rocco is a great actor, says Shauna. He dressed up and was nervous. It was great. His name is Finn Carr. Finncarr. Finn Carr, which is actually kind of a great actor's name, because I can see that like on a title screen. You know what I mean? Not necessarily like in Light starring Finn Carr. Not that, but like as you know, the feather falls through the sky in Forrest Gump, and it's like Tom Hanks, Robin Wright, Finn Carr. You know?
Yeah. Right there.
Yeah, right there. Do. Or, you know, when the boat's going down, it's like starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet and Finn Carr. Matt, did we talk about Daisy and her mom leaving? No, because we don't care. Sasha's a damn lead. I'm actually damn disappointed.
You know what?
I understand.
I heard both this past week or two that she was indeed leaving the show and she was indeed staying on the show. So I really, at this point, I'm kind of leaning towards she's leaving the show.
Yeah. So the press releases have been she's done. She's done. She's filmed her last scene after 7 years playing Sasha. Is what it is. So she's no longer on contract, and there is not a current plan to be using that character in stories currently. Already the recast buzz has gone crazy because the Chad Duell incident just happened, where he's like, I'm stepping away. A couple of months later, we get a brand new Michael. And it really worked. And so people are kind of like on the same train because Sasha is a damn lead.
Yeah, she is.
And now she's damn gone. And so the audience is like, well, damn. And they were into the idea of a Rory Gibson, Sophia Matson on-screen beauty pairing for Misha 2.0.
Yeah, I say yes. Wouldn't it be cool if Sophia's sister comes in as Sasha?
So, for me,
step in a couple of times.
For me, I've got this gut feeling, and I tweeted about this. So follow us on the Twitter box, and I'll try to do my best for Rebecca to proliferate across all of the social medias. I did that when it comes to the cover art and the podcast and the promoting the fact that Teen Hong is coming later on today to come hang out with us. She plays Melinda Trask on Days of Our Lives. She's coming up at 1:30 today, so come hang out with us then. Anyway, but I put out there that I have this gut feeling, like when Chad Duell was like, I'm out. I'm like, okay, he's gone. He's not coming back. They're going to recast Michael. This is his soft exit without saying and throwing up the double birds, right?
And the burning storyline is perfect for that.
And yeah, it was just like, no matter what they said about the door being, they knew that this guy was like, I have reached the end of my creative desire to continue to contribute to the life of Michael Corinthos. I've been doing it literally half of my life. I want to go see what else is out there. And you can see an immediate shift on his social media presence of where his state of mind is. And he should probably go on State of Mind to talk about it. But he looks good. He looks healthy. He looks active. He looks out there in the world. He's enjoying life with the wife and the kid.
Awesome.
He's hitting all the beats that he hoped, I guess, that he was trying to hit by walking away from General Hospital.
And I hope creatively he's finding his thing.
He did a play or some sort of thing. Who knows what else he's up to? But he found other work that wasn't GH. It wasn't, he didn't join the cast of any sort of like Marvel project or anything. But
not popping up on The Young and the Restless.
And he's not, right. He's not going to another soap. He did a little play, so good for Chad Duell. But there was a gut feeling, like yeah, this is the department. He's not coming back. This is it for Chad. We're going to get a new Michael face. Perfect story for it. It was written into it. Like, we knew. Mm-hmm. I don't get that same gut feeling from this. I get the feeling that Sophia Matson had yet another kid, and I think this is her third. And she went, I want to be a mama for a little while, please.
That's a vibe I get too. I could be wrong. But that's a vibe I get too, because I do know that she's got herself a lot of kids right now, and they're young.
And I don't want to say, it was like an exact 9-month match to match, but part of the reason why Sasha became pregnant is because Sophia Matson was pregnant again.
Yeah.
So so she's had another kid, and I think this is her second or her third. If Kelly was with us in the chat, she'd be able to tell us. If anybody else knows, let me know.
It's at least her second.
It's at least her second one. And so I can totally see her going, I want an extended maternity leave. I want to do this until the first one's in kindergarten, in first grade, until the second one at least can eat solid food.
And I think under those circumstances, if I could, I don't think I'd want to go to recurring. I think I'd want to take that longer break too.
Especially after 7 years. And you've also reached this damn lead status. I think that and clearly she has a good relationship with the producers and the cast and the crew and everybody. Fido Xavier had wonderful things to say about her. Mm-hmm. When we talk to her and she comes up in conversation, like, she's very, very, very well liked and well deserving of the position that she had made on the cast. And so I think there's a level of confidence there too. Just like Chad Duell, if Chad was going to go, hey, I want 6 months, they would have given him 6 months and he could have come right back. I feel like she's going, hey, I want to give this a year and then we could talk. But I feel like in a year I would be ready. Like, there's something about the gut feeling in there that I just don't think we're going to get a recast. I could be way wrong, though. And if I am, don't tell me. Let me be
But
surprised.
you so I hope they don't do this. I don't want them to send back Daisy with no mama.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
we
don't
don't.
want
I
that.
mean, there's a good thing there too, is because Daisy is this newborn, and this is a great way to write the newborn off without them being mysteriously upstairs.
That's true. That's true.
Oh my gosh. Oh goodness gracious. Oh. Anyway, so I gotta say though, okay, those twins that they hired to be Daisy,
Yeah.
one of them needs a haircut already, in order for them to match. I don't know what they were thinking, but it does go to show the shooting schedule and the quickness that they
Yeah.
actually wrote Sasha off. So I really feel like this kind of just came up.
Yeah, and the last baby that we saw visiting with her
Was
grandpa Rob,
bald.
this baby looked completely different.
Oh
The
yeah,
last
with the flop of hair. Yeah.
baby different.
Yeah, yeah. So with the
This
flop of
baby,
hair, but the other Daisy, the Daisy we had gotten to know in the crib,
right.
was a little more bald. And I gotta say, and I understand that these babies aren't even a
Smiling.
year. These babies are not even a year old yet. But I gotta say that first baby's a much better actor than the second one, and the second one should not try to go for the Emmy. The first one,
Oh my
however, probably
God.
could submit their reel because they were fascinated by people and not boom mics, and that's wonderful.
That is good.
That's wonderful.
Hey, I don't care if they use different baby for every single scene. I don't care. Any baby you use is going to be better than the blanket on Days of Our Lives.
That's very true. Or the empty bassinet that Paul Telfer's been talking to for the last 4 days.
And Victoria is now what, like 2 years old? The last time they showed Victoria, she was not really speaking, but she was a toddler holding hands with her mom standing up. And now they have
Really?
her in the bassinet making baby noises.
Maybe that was a different baby. I don't know, man. That's crazy. It's crazy to me. Daisy will
And
be 3 the next time we see her. I think it was 2 different twins, says Jeannie. Probably.
I
But
also heard that the babies that was playing Daisy were boys.
I think they do that regularly. They just find a baby.
I think they do that regularly too, especially, at that age group. Absolutely.
I don't know what the evolutionary advantage is to not being able to tell if it's a boy baby or a girl baby, but there has to be one. If you believe in such things.
Yeah. Believe in such things.
If you're joining the chat for the first time, let us know. Matt will give you a shout out, says Chandra, and Chandra is not lying.
Nope.
You can trust Chandra.
Never ever.
I hope Alexis stands up or finds Sam's real Will in her office. I don't know if that real Will is ever going to come back up, Chandra. Nobody cares for Willow. She's the villain, says Daisy, and you're right. She is a villain. I'm pretty sure that there's enough Willow fans out there that are like, oh, come on, see the light. Come on.
I I see Willow as this, a willing victim.
Willing victim, yeah. Because she's had plenty of reason to see that this man is no good.
Yes. And because so many people have said, and that just the poor decision that she's made. You know, how was she misled to move the kids while he's still in recuperation? Of course, so I didn't know he was coming back. Well, girl, you knew he wasn't going to be gone for another year or two. You knew that.
Yeah.
You heard his progress was going great.
Yeah.
What were you thinking? Well,
The-
sure, he was going to be back soon. Yeah, I know. You didn't know it was next frickin' Thursday,
Well, I
but
mean, he was forced to come back early because of the trial.
and just to think that moving the children and following Drew like a puppy dog was the right choices. No,
No, you're right.
no,
No,
that was you were doing Michael dirty.
absolutely, totally.
Michael dirty because and you didn't even realize it
No,
because
no. She doesn't realize it because Drew was always right.
on a day Willow going on again.
Oh,
I don't know. You want to feel
hi
bad
Tracy.
for her, but you want to say what? How?
Yeah. Why? How could you be this stupid? But I want you to see the light. I don't know. There has to be people out there that feel it. There has to be.
Of course, though, Nina does feel both sides of that. She
Yes.
really, you
Yes.
see that Nina feels like, girl, what the hell?
And Obrecht was totally right when she's like, listen,
Oh, my poor baby.
yeah,
At the
she's
same,
pulled in both directions. She sees how delusional her kid is being, but she really can't bring herself to truly interfere with that because it would hurt her.
now, could I see Nina ultimately shoot Drew? Yes.
Nah, only Willow. Only Willow.
That would be actually kind of awesome.
Oh gosh, now you're on the let's shoot Drew camp. Oh no. Oh no. Jeannie says it was sad seeing Tristan looking so ill, even though he has been for a while. I really think that the releasing of the news that he had been diagnosed with cancer being pretty much the same day that you saw him on TV was planned. Because
Absolutely.
instead of the world speculating, as they have been over the quality of his voice over the last year,
And sure, and seeing him in those scenes, we see his frailty. They didn't have him get up off the couch.
no.
So we see his frailty, and I think that planning that was the absolute right thing to do. You know what I loved about Tristan and the few times that we saw him? He never hides.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
A
Instead of
lot of some of the other actors, not all the
no,
actors, you
no,
guys.
he was having drinks at the bar before the Q&A and then after the Q&A and then like sat down with people and had dinner with them. Yeah, like
Exactly.
and invited people. His wife invited people to do this, that, and the other thing. Like he was still very active when it comes to just being out there
Yes.
with the people. He totally.
And you don't see all that many of the other actors out there hobnobbing. They're having their room service, or they're going out or whatever, they're
Yeah,
leaving the facility for mealtime and stuff. But Tristan stays there and talks to everybody.
yeah.
And I just absolutely love that about him,
And it's not like there was a line of people, waiting to just be like, oh hi, and then go, oh hi, oh hi.
No, not at all. I think because of the fact that he was out there,
People were
I
just like, oh cool.
yeah, and that's how you and I were. People, of course, some people were like, you'd say, hey, they would greet as they walked by,
Yeah.
something like that. Oh, Tristan's great to see you walk by. Um, but the people are so respectful. They don't really, do that. Not really. Now, at the events where they paid a fee, oh yeah, you get pushy people sometimes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like,
You sure do.
or if you get a completely free event and you just get invited on stage first, you get really selfish and rude people.
Exactly. Exactly. It's very interesting that the human mind is, I want my fair share of what's free.
It's not. No, I want all of what I want. That's free. It's not even my fair share. Because if it was my fair share, then they would have sat their butts back down in the seat and waited to be called back up.
Right.
Chandra says that I hope people would stop commenting on people's health. Chadwick Boseman endured horrible treatment only for his diagnosis to be revealed after his death. Yeah, Chandra. I think that it was tactful. I think it was to answer the questions before they were asked, or to stop the speculation before it begins. I also think that we're getting this news because he's not necessarily winning the battle, and I don't know, just kind of like
And
clearing the path maybe for an emotional landing.
I also think 100% of the information is what he's wanted us to hear.
I don't think they've even been specific about which cancer it is, just that he has one.
No. But they have implied that it's advanced.
Right, right, and I think we can see that. There's just we're sitting here just sitting in these computer chairs. We don't know this man. We haven't talked to him. We haven't talked to a doctor, or even seen a real medical report. Just saying that it's pretty clear that he's ill, and this, if it does turn out to be he can't come back to set to ever be Robert again, because of whatever reason it might be. I think that it was a kind of a great end, like a good fun, because he had a positive conversation with Jason, and then he got I got to spend time with you, with my daughter and my granddaughter. Like
Yeah,
what?
and they kind of, Robert kind of like, referred to Robin, and, now, second, they kind of made it clear at the same time that he's never been a Jason fan.
Right, right,
You know,
right. But thank you for bringing her here and keeping my family safe. And then we get this like, well, now I get to go live this chapter with my daughter and my granddaughter that I never had before until this day. So super awesome, super great. High five up top. Let's go hit the town together.
And he's never had a relationship directly with his child while they were a baby.
Yeah. Shauna and Chandra both agree that it's a sweet goodbye, so they both kind of get the same sense that maybe this could probably be the final time that we see Robert.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see a goodbye of Monica as soon as we see Erica Slasek.
Absolutely. And since we know she's coming, it's only a matter of time. They continue to mention Monica. They just did again on the airplane with Jason and Sasha.
Yes.
Is Robert Scorpio really Sasha's father, or is Holly Sutton lying? Says LeSean. I don't think that Holly is lying. I think that they knew that they knew that Tristan Rogers was going to be done. And so they said, all right, well, let's try to keep the Scorpios alive in some way. Cody's a Scorpio. Sasha's a Scorpio. Great. Well, let's make Holly her mother and have Holly and Robert go off into the sunset together.
Then crap, now she can't be with Cody. Oh, well.
Oh, well, we'll figure it out down the line. What's she going to do? Leave? And she did.
Oh, goodness.
But all that to say, I think that Sasha becoming a Scorpio was to give Robert and Holly that baby so they could be that super couple who had a child. Their child is still on screen. They get to go off into the sunset.
Holly done had a baby with both those fools, Robert and Luke.
Yeah, well, whatever. Well, people really wanted Robert to be Ethan's dad. So maybe she only had a baby with one man. Maybe that's the child she's lying about, LeSean. Maybe Luke isn't Ethan's father, but Robert is.
Well, that would even give us another Scorpio.
Then we would have to recast it different, though. We would have to get rid of the new Ethan, the blonde Ethan, to get back to another dark-haired Ethan. Because blonde is very much a Spencer thing.
I loved that guy. I thought he was so handsome. I thought his character was so charismatic. I freaking loved him.
I may have missed it. Did they explain where Holly was? UDAC, I don't know where Holly was. She was just off out and about.
But Robert did say when he referred to the nursery is we set up an area over there.
So she was at the grocery store, UDAC. She was getting diapers and baby food.
Who knows? Probably I don't think we'll be seeing Emma Sam's, though. I do not think that we'll see Holly.
Not soon, no, because her tie to the canvas is gone.
Was that Sasha's send-off scene, or are we done? We're done?
Yeah, we're done. With Jason back on the airplane, we're done. He left her in Paris to live with Holly and Robert for the foreseeable future until Sophia Matson decides she's going to come back to play Sasha. That's what I want.
And they also implied that Sonny knows where she's at.
Well, good. I'm with that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Sonny, by the way, Sonny confronts Sidwell. We had that confrontation that I was talking about last week. Didn't realize we were going to have it so fast, but yes, indeed we did.
Fighting in the church.
You need to back off or I'm going to send your son home in pieces. See what he's doing is he's poking the bear here. Sonny is actually the one that's taking it too far.
Sorta. I thought Marco was going to get out. And I thought when he was swinging the chair, I thought he was going to get out. And he did not get out.
No, sir.
Nope. Now, you know what? Big retaliation would be huge retaliation. Sidwell can hit Jason and Sonny at the same time. Take Danny and Rocco. Boom.
See, the thing is, though, Sidwell would never. And I think that he should maintain that I would never. Because I think it's interesting and compelling for your hero mobster to be the one that's willing to go too far and your villain mobster to have a moral code.
It is, yeah.
You know?
That is it, yeah.
You hit me below the belt. It was an accident. Well, mine's not. You know?
Is where I was saying on an earlier podcast that, oh, Sonny wouldn't do something like that to Sidwell, to anybody's child, an enemy's child, grown or not. He wouldn't do that. Well, I was just thinking about killing him. Would he kidnap somebody? Oh, heck yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the people
I
also,
didn't think about it in layers. I didn't think about it in layers. I just thought about him killing somebody.
and then the tour of people telling Marco that Sonny would not kill your mother.
Right.
I think it was Carly who might have said it, and also Alexis. Like, I just wanted to come here and knock on this door because you work for me, and I get the feeling that you might, you're getting caught in a Sonny thing. We call them Sonny stories here in Port Charles, and you're caught in one. And I just want to assure you that no matter what you're thinking and how obvious it might seem, he didn't, because he doesn't do those kinds of things. And she's right. And she's right, but he will put somebody up on a meat hook and then threaten their dad that he's going to come back in pieces, even though it's a bluff.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Sidwell's a gentleman gangster, says Chandra.
Yeah, so is Sonny to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, there they are. Did they resolve anything? Oh, heck no. They've decided they're still going to continue to be enemies.
No, they're still going to be enemies, but now the positions are clear. He gets it. He knows I'm going to do more if he doesn't back up. So I don't know what's going to happen. I guess, because I got, MVP Lucas, too, coming in, having a scene with Sonny, and then having a scene with Sidwell, and being, both, shut up, both of you guys, and get over this so you can let Marco out. Like, this is stupid.
Right.
Yeah.
Let this go and he'll live. Shut the hell up.
Like, this thing does not need to include Marco. Like on one hand, he saved Christina. On the other hand, you brought this upon yourself, Sidwell, or brought this upon him by being a dick. So, both you guys cool your jets, let my boyfriend out of the basement, and then get back to whatever this is.
Right.
I really appreciated Lucas coming in and not taking a single side and giving both of them kind of the riot act. Both of them being like, well, you can help. And he's like, no, I'm going to do neither.
And ultimately, this is about what?
Marco.
But what the debate, but the whole
what is all this about?
Power and stupidness.
The future. Right? Yeah. So I liked how Sidwell asked him for help. It's like, oh, well, you can convince Sonny to let him go. And he's like, I'm not going to do that. You're going to do that because you brought this upon you. You are going to do something about your son's situation. I'm not going to intervene. And once again, Van Hans has handed this man every single trophy you can, every single year.
Yeah.
And the show gives him moments to shine because he left that conversation with Sidwell, went to the outside of the church, and had himself a little mini panic attack. Yeah, those are character details. What does that lead into? What does that inform? Absolutely nothing other than that confrontation was hard as hell on Lucas.
Yeah. He had to dig deep.
Very deep to confront a man like Sidwell. This isn't his usual speed.
No, it's
and
not.
So I'm always pleased and happy with the content that they give Van Hansis and how he always pulls it off. I'm just a fan.
Yeah. I think Sidwell would do anything to him. Perhaps, though, if he got really, really desperate, even do something to Lucas.
I don't find Sidwell potentially doing anything to Lucas because of his connection to Marco. If that connection to Marco were to ever go away, then maybe he becomes fair game. But so long as he is important to Marco, Sidwell's going to leave him alone.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Because his
though, wouldn't what I said, wouldn't that be just perfect? Then he can mess with Jason and mess with Sonny at the same time.
Mess with Jason, mess with Sonny at the same time, and obviously, clearly,
they're so busy playing towel fight at the pool. He could snatch him up like that.
Oh, goodness. And I think that this is leading to Marco abandoning a little bit of his moral code. Because he's not going to leave this whole kidnapping of Sonny thing thinking, oh, well, it's all under the bridge now. Everybody had a big misunderstanding. There's no way.
He was halfway there already before they grabbed him.
Yeah, and now it's confirmed. Why would he do this to me if he didn't try to take my mom out? He's doing something terrible to the Sidwells. And it doesn't matter that I went in and saved Christina and I haven't been aligned with my father. And it's been very clear that I'm just his kid and nothing else.
Right.
And you're still doing this to me? No, it's going to send him off on a darker path.
Lexus hasn't went and talked to Sonny yet because, basically I think that is the opinion that she has about Marco is that, he's now been sucked in, but he wasn't there before.
No. We call them Sonny stories here in Port Charles. You're in a Sonny story. Oh, that's when Joss goes WSB mode and Jason sees her in action. Maybe she's going to have to sneak in at the last second and save Marco.
On the task when it comes
I didn't predict Dante being the one to figure it out.
Me either.
I didn't. And he's like, oh, what's this? Oh, Josslyn. Oh, hey, he is WSB. Boop, 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 boop. The house of cards is falling down, but it's falling down with law enforcement who might be compelled to shut their mouths.
Yeah, because, ultimately, Josslyn's kind of his little sister.
To a degree. Kinda. Kinda. There's a connection there.
Yeah, Dante came into Sonny's life, where there was a lot of Carly and Sonny years.
Right. Now Dante finds out that she's WSB. Anna, of course, is going to be compelled to keep her mouth shut for two reasons. Number one, she's the chief of police, and number two, she's former WSB. She understands that if she were to tell people that Josslyn is an asset, that makes it more dangerous for Josslyn. The more people who know, the more danger she's in.
I think ultimately she might. Well, she's going to go talk to Brennan for sure.
Oh, absolutely. We're probably going to see that next week.
She might tell Jason, but not for a few days.
Yeah, I don't know. Because Jason also, if you remember, Jason had doubts about Easter Island as well.
Right.
She's like, oh, I went on there. How was the thing? Did you enjoy that hike? And she's like, yeah, it was great. It was so sunny. He's like, no, it rains there.
And Anna has always been conspicuous to the fact that his record is empty.
So she's talking, so Vaughn.
So not even a California stop when he was out here.
Yeah. So absolutely nothing. Not even a traffic ticket. It's way too clean. And Brennan said, hey, his clean record is going to be suspicious to Anna. Nobody is that clean unless they get scrubbed, and only people who've been scrubbed understand this. Number one, boom. Number two is Emma's, I guess, interest in him, which made her curious about him, which made it seem like he was wildly out of place.
Yeah.
Like, nah, this guy just doesn't fit in this scenario with this dude here in this specific thing, dating these two people.
And also, she knows Josslyn Jax. Josslyn Jax is probably not going to snuggle up to this dude that's only been here a minute and he works for services at the university. That's not Josslyn's speed. He's not.
Not really, no. Thank you, Elegant, for your donation to the channel. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Love y'all for it.
I love your elegant. I love that.
Eleganza.
I never think of anything cool like that. Other than Mama Cat, I guess that's a little bit cool.
You didn't even think of it, though. You got assigned to Mama Cat.
Name that, really?
I'm just mad. I'm plain old boring old Matt. What can
it's
I say?
Just a coincidence that our names rhyme. I didn't think about that when I chose to name him Matthew.
Well, you named me Matthew, not Matt. And you're Catherine, not Cat. It's just a happy coincidence.
It's actually Catherine and Matthew.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't rhyme.
Well, it doesn't.
But Matt and Cat in the chat do, so thank you very much, chat. Especially the generous ones, leaving us the super chats and super thanks throughout the way. Basically, I didn't expect Dante being the one to figure it out first. I think it's cool it's did. This now makes it so, like I was saying, two characters understand or know what's going on to a degree, but also are in a position where they really can't talk about it because they understand that they really can't blow the cover of Josslyn Jax, or it's going to be really dangerous.
Exactly. So they're going to have to try to work with them, not against them.
Right. They're also investigating. Anna's curious about Dalton. There's a little quiet little mini investigation kind of in her heart there because of Emma's interest. And Emma wouldn't have done all of this if there wasn't some legitimacy to it. Anna recognizes and understands.
And now all this went down with the whole backpack thing.
Yeah. Josslyn spotting the backpack. Good work, Josslyn Jax.
Dalton's up to no damn good.
No. Dalton is not growing a Britt into the lab. That's for sure. I thought he was.
So Dalton had a conversation and he was being pressured for some results, and that's probably what's in the backpack.
Yes.
And we don't know who's pressuring him. It's got to be something
it's someone
cool.
over Sidwell. Well, maybe not necessarily over Sidwell, but more invested in Dalton's work, and Sidwell's doing a little bit of the running work.
Right.
A little bit of a middleman between Victor Cassadine or whoever it might be.
So I'm ready for it to be something goofy fun.
I mean, according to
I like it.
I mean, according to previous podcasts that we've had, I mean, in fact, this is about cold fusion. And we're getting the WSB heating up, and the mob is getting mobby, and they're doing bad guy things and not good guy things. Both sides doing bad guy things. They're both bad guying out, trying to out bad guy each other.
Exactly.
Sonny and Sidwell is, and the WSB, and Anna's getting smarter, and the cops are getting copied. And like, we're kind of putting together some chess pieces here for some sort of crime and punishment, cops and robbers, big old story of fun.
Yes.
So I'm with it.
Hey Matt, did you enjoy Tracy and Nina's conversation in the kitchen?
That's
sit down, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I enjoy everything that Jane Elliott does. I enjoy the vast majority of what Cynthia Watros is up to. Tracy is a glistening gray goddess.
She is. And she gave her a choice, actually. And then she said, okay, but you know what? This is what will happen.
Well, okay, so they were trying to power maneuver the other. Because they're both kind of almost matriarchs to a degree of the family units that are at odds right now. I don't want to necessarily say that Nina's the matriarch, because there's not a really clear, delineation of a chain of command in the Reeves family. But
no, and Madeline did. So.
Yeah, but she's just the oldest. She's just the oldest.
Yes.
So I do.
Well, at least technically is.
Technically, but that's like when Gloria comes. Well, I'm the matriarch, right? Are you though? Are you? Because you've been Benson Huss, not over here. So, both of them trying to power maneuver one another, all right? And I was totally into it because Tracy was like, all right, so here's the thing. And then Nina thinking she's going to get one up on Tracy. Oh, well, hey, here's this thing, right? And then Tracy was like, okay, I knew you were going to pull that, so how about the Drew thing? Gosh darn it. I don't have anything else. She had 2 on me. I only had 1 on her. Ah!
Yep.
Oh, good confrontation.
But Nina did do the right thing by making a beeline to Sonny, though, to say, hey, you know what?
She told Sonny.
I need some waiters. I'm deep in it.
She told Curtis. She went through with it. Because
she did it, yeah.
But she wasn't. She didn't lie to other people about it like Portia did when she was being primarily blackmailed.
She was being counterculture when it comes to Nina, though.
Yeah.
You could not put the avenue for her.
I think Erica's going to be a villain. Ooh, is Erica Slezak behind the backpack?
Well, I did actually read a story that kind of lent to her having a connection to Monica for real.
Yeah, I guess. I think that's where people's hearts and minds are, and really when it comes down to it, people are right a lot. Soaps have been on for a long time. Sometimes it's real easy to read the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
And so I think Tracy and, not Tracy, but Monica and the character that Erica Slezak is going to play being connected in some way is pretty high. I think that's a real high likelihood.
And I can't wait for it because I know we're going to get some fight between I don't know what her name's going to be, but whoever is connected to Monica and Tracy, we're going to get some good old-fashioned fighting between the two of them. I'm sure Erica's probably not going to be here for another year or something. I can't imagine that she would want to. I see, you know what? you can give us a good arc and a lot of fun in 2 months. Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't think it's that long. I think it's a Jackson Montgomery sized appearance. A couple 3 episodes. So I don't really know what all that means.
I want a little bit more than that. I want her to get on her high horse at least twice. Come on.
I don't think she's going to be the recast. I don't think she's going to come in and play the goodbye of Monica.
No, you know what? They do it. They'll do that like they do with they've done with all the Quartermains in the past. It's a shot from the back.
A body double. And I'm looking forward to Alan, Lila, and Edward walking Monica into the light.
Absolutely. They
I
always,
that.
it's always from the back, and they always kind of just descend and walk away at the same time.
Yeah. I rewatched actually Oscar doing that because I ran into the actor Karen Stitt at a Jersey Mike's.
Oh, that's right.
Oh no, it was a Panda Express.
Yeah, about
Panda Express. It was like a month and a half ago.
6 months ago, 6 weeks ago or so.
Yeah. That's just the random actors you run across. In Sherman Oaks, I've come across Karen Stitt. I've come across Nicholas Alexander Chavez. I ran into Rob Lowe. I run into Rob Lowe more often than any other actor on the planet. I don't know what it is. This is like the 3rd time I ran into Rob frickin' Lowe.
In your neighborhood? I know you ran into him running one time.
I ran into him running. I ran into him catering. Like it's just I don't know what it is with Rob Lowe, but he pops up in my life more often than anybody else that's on TV. It's very strange. It's very, very strange. All Nick Andros from The Stand.
I saw Sam Elliott pumping some gas one day as well.
Sam Elliott, and I was like, is that Sam Elliott? And I looked at him for too long, and he turned around. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, goodness gracious. Just move to Los Angeles, folks. You never know who you're going to run into. You just never know. I'm trying to go to like some sort of festival or event and run into somebody. Dude on the other side of the door runs into people all the time. He did a dance class with Arlandria. Yeah. They're Instagram friends now.
Didn't you do a dance with Aunt Stella as well?
Yeah, you ran into Aunt Stella at an arts building. Yeah, having some sort of thing planned. Mm-hmm. So come to Los Angeles and learn to dance, folks. I would love to see Emily and AJ escort Monica to heaven, says Udak. Can you get Sean Kanan? Get Sean Kanan to walk a body double in the head?
That'd be beautiful. They could get the 2 of them to do that.
That would be beautiful. Because we don't have access to Edward, Lila, and Monica. We always have to use body doubles and back shots for that. Shots from behind. From behind, excuse me, folks. Let me not say that.
They could do that. Both those guys are around.
Yeah, maybe they should do that. They should.
Anyway. I hadn't thought about that, but now I really love that idea.
Anyway, folks. I think that's going to have to be it.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot, and you know what? In only like 1 more hour?
In 1 hour, come on back to this channel here, because we're going to be talking to Tina Hong, who plays Melinda Trask on Days of Our Lives. We're going to be chit-chatting with her right here on this channel, talking about Days of Our Lives, talking about life, talking about voiceover acting. She does a lot of that, too.
Yeah.
She's done video games and cartoons. And I recently found out that Steve Burton did the voice of Cloud from the Final Fantasy VII game. And Final Fantasy VII is like everybody's favorite Final Fantasy. So therefore, Steve Burton does the voice of the most popular Final Fantasy character.
Yeah, I knew that. I'll make a ton of money doing that nonsense.
He did that for 20 years before they recast.
And I'm not, and don't use my words against me. It's not nonsense.
It's nonsense. It's okay.
It's not nonsense.
Video games are nonsense. It's a waste of time.
But good for him, huh?
Good for him. Yeah, well, I mean, good for him for 20 years. They recast for the most recent game.
1 hour from now, y'all.
Yeah, well, come on back to the channel, like and subscribe. Like the video and then subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Make sure your notifications are turned on because your phone will go bing when we go live with Tina. So come on, hang out with us then so you can talk about Days of Our Lives and learn about her. Learn about her approach. Learn about her life. Learn about what she thinks about Melinda and what's going on and what it's like to be a high-impact character but not a full-time character on a soap. So it's going to be super fun. You know, we get nerdy here
We don't
on the
see
channel.
Melinda
So
every day. We don't see Melinda every day, but when we do see her, it's a 1-2 punch every time.
no Beyond the Gates discussion later, but that means next week it's going to be super loaded with all kinds of stuff because the Martin secret and detail and flashbacks and black and white and all kinds of fun stuff happened up Beyond the Gates this week. So we'll have
Yeah,
to talk
we're
about it
gonna we're
at some
gonna
point.
we're gonna spend our time with Tina today.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe we'll pop in on some random Tuesday or something. I don't know. Just pay attention. Watch the socials, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, come on back, get on out of that, get back into that elevator, go back down to the first floor, get into the parking garage. You're going to hear shouting between Sidwell and Sonny. It's coming from the chapel. Tune your radios to previous episodes of the 10th floor, which you can find on all of your favorite podcasting platforms. If you can't find it on yours, follow us on Instagram and reach out to us there, and I'll send you in the right direction. 10th floor GH.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, that's it. Go spend some time with your families for an hour and come on back. I've been Matt.
I've been Kat.
And we'll catch you next week right here on the 10th floor and also in 1 hour for our time with Tina. Bye.
Bye.